Hi, this is Jonny Garza Villa, author of the contemporary coming-of-age, coming-out, young adult romance novel 1500 Miles from the Sun. Set in Corpus Christi, Texas, 1500 Miles from the Sun follows high school senior Julian, aka Jules Luna, who's just trying to get through his last year of school and one more soccer season, get into UCLA, and hang out with his friends as much as possible before graduation and life takes them all on separate paths. But these plans take a stumble when Jules accidentally comes out as gay on Twitter after getting tremendously drunk at a friend's party. And in the days and weeks and months that follow, Jules will discover the joy and happiness and love that can come when we allow ourselves to live openly, like getting a DM from his long-distance Twitter crush from Los Angeles, as well as the hardships and sadness that can very much be a part of the coming out journey, like figuring out how to tell the one person who doesn't know, his highly machista father. A balance of joy and humor and trauma and truth, 1500 Miles from the Sun would resonate with anyone who enjoys or is looking for coming-of-age romantic stories, long-distance relationships starting over social media, sibling dynamics, found family friend groups, and queer stories centering queer people of color, where we get to embrace our beauty and power and get to create our own happy ending. I'll be sharing a short snippet from Chapter 5 of 1500 Miles from the Sun, a conversation between Jules and his dad as homecoming and college applications loom. "How's everything going?" Dad asks. That real vague question parents always ask and expect to get a full play-by-play on all that is their kid's life. Like, can you be more specific, please? I give him a brief summary of my classes, practice with Jordan and Pina, and asking Lou to homecoming. "Lucette, la pendejita, don't y'all go together every year, the five of you?" Jordan and Rolly both got dates this year, and Pina asked Itzel. Luckily, Lou was still juggling offers and wasn't a complete hassle to persuade. I owe her a personal 3-course dinner, have to do her Spanish homework for a month, and convince Sochi to get us a couple bottles for tomorrow's party, but whatever. At least I know I'll for sure have fun. "You couldn't go with anyone else? Isn't there a girl you like who you could have asked? Or got to Itzel before she said yes to some other cabron? You can't have been friends with her for this long and not have thought the two of you could be good together." "We're just friends, Dad," I say. A hint of frustration comes out with the words. This isn't the first time he's tried to convince me to have some sort of romantic or even sexual attraction toward Itzel. No heterosexual boy would be just friends with Itzel for 3 years and be content with it, and my unchanging response has become a sensitive issue. "You hang around her and that Nessia Lou all the time, never having a girlfriend, people will assume things, mijo. I wish you'd put yourself out there more. Be more of a man about things." "I know, Dad. I know that he's not worried what people might assume. He's worried that they'll find out they're right, and that he won't have any choice but to confront it." I sigh, considering all the reactions that might happen if I came out to Dad right now, comparable to ripping off a Band-Aid, fast, flinching, and not without a sting. At least I'd spare us these talks about girls and relationships that'll never happen. But I don't see him loving the idea of me bringing a boy home. So, for now, suffering through the constant interrogations is the best, safest choice. Breaking my train of thought, Dad asks, "You've decided on the colleges you're applying to?" "I have 4 or 5 in mind right now. I'm meeting with Mr. Calderon tomorrow to go over some options. I already mentioned UCLA plus University of Southern California, and he brought up a Catholic college in LA that he wants me to do some research on. I'll apply to UT too, and St. Edward's." "You aren't considering the school here too, Julian?" He huffs and shakes his head. "Can't wait to be anywhere else once you graduate." So was the exact same. "But it wouldn't be the end of the world, mijo. I get you're young and have this idea of some great life across the country, but a life here wouldn't be so bad, right?" I know Dad only wants what's best for me, or whatever concept of that plays out in his head. But while my world might not end if I stay here, it's never going to begin either. I want to tell Dad that no matter where I go to college and for whatever amount of time I'm away from home, a part of my heart will always be in Corpus with him. even as often as I've felt devalued or not enough in his eyes. That things will change and I doubt he'll like it, that I need to have a chance to figure myself out, to live and make decisions without worry of judgment, that I want to finally be comfortable with who I am and to date boys, to realize that some are complete trash while others are fairy tale perfect. I can't do that here. I can't do that with him around.